We're literally changing lives in this place.
It's a part of my life. It's always been a part of my life.
Every child matters.
It's the haven for a lot of things that happen in this community.
I don't think I'd be where I am today if it wasn't for the Salvation Army.
It's been a beacon of hope.
I thank God for the center.
The reason it was built is because we were having lots of problems down in this community.
It was a pioneering organization in a very forgotten community of South Phoenix.
In the 60s, we were having, a lot of violent acts with particular races going at each other. So the facility has really changed everybody's attitude, and people got to know each other.
It became the center. And it became the center both in the way it was referred to and in the way people looked at it in the middle of this community.
This was not a place that you would come once a month. In 1 week, you were here maybe five days a week, easily, and begging to come more.
We had the new gym here. We had the swimming pool. So, had all the foosball games, the slap hockey and everything. So it was fun.
It was also a place where you could get help with your homework. It was a place where people spent time tutoring one another. It had chapel events. It had church-related events.
The mission of the Salvation Army is twofold. It's to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ and to meet human needs in His name without discrimination.
The Salvation Army has the responsibility to embrace individuals of all ages, of all race and creed.
It turned out to be the focal point or the central point in South Phoenix in terms of where quality basketball players would come.
The court was nice enough that back then the Suns used it as a practice facility.
Players that played with the Crusaders were quality players. They were some of the best players in Phoenix and Arizona. We would come and play our games here it's almost like a social event to have a game on Friday and Saturday night, and the bleachers would be full of just young families with kids.
In the 70s, when we first arrived, it was a place where it had a lot of crime, drunkenness, and it was the beginning in which the drug was starting to filter into the community.
Bloods and the Crips are just not coming into my neighborhood.
Trouble's pretty easy to find around here.
It wasn't too difficult to kind of convince me to come, being that the streets was bad.
As soon as the Army started here, the crime rate began to come down almost 30%. And that was a good thing because we were keeping the kids from going into all kind of difficult problems as they're growing up.
Coming here to the center really keeps these kids out of the streets.
Now we moved to the 80s where things were kind of smooth.
My dad started working here when I was 2 months old, and I've been a part of the program ever since.
People came down here and, to learn karate and self-defense from me. I try to teach them something here, and then it carries on outside of the center.
In the late 80s and 90s, we're looking at a lot of gang action. A lot of gangs, a lot of drugs, a lot of prostitutions.
This was always a place for the kids to go that we would always protect them.
We had to take kids that were very athletic, were great athletes in the world, but they needed to learn fundamentals. And fundamentals of the sport will relate to fundamentals of life. So we're not only trying to make them good athletes, but good citizens in our community.
Today, people will drive all over the state of Arizona to get here. We are known as a place where competitive athletics begins for many folk. If you can beat a Team AZ team, then you guys have you've done pretty well.
You have to maintain a C average to be able to play on our teams. If you don't maintain that C average, you're not off the team, but you will sit the bench in a game until you bring them up.
I'm happy to say that grades go up when you put it in front of them like that.
It is not a recreational thing for the girls, but that's so that they can learn discipline and everything else that they need to become better people.
It gave me a path, you know, to take, like, because I was young, I didn't know what I was going to do with my life, but they gave me direction and a way to go.
They're teaching the young men how to be men.
The kids understand that there's more to life than basketball. You know, you have to be able to be a good person, a good spirited person, and be ready to give back and help people out.
I got shot 3 times, I got stabbed. I got into a lot of trouble. I was in intensive care, like, for a month. But, you know, God gave me a second chance. When God gave me a second chance, I said to myself, I told him, you know, I'm gonna work with the kids. And I came to the center.
It's a life-changing experience being here. They bring you up, you know, to do what's best for you. They keep you off the streets, they help you out.
You know, a lot of kids, come here searching for something. You know, like, not just to compete in sports, but somebody to talk to. And that's the main thing. You know, that's what I'm here for mostly.
3-6, good job.
Done. It doesn't matter how good you are at sports. You have to know how to read. ASU needed to be involved in a major way. Once they had a 125-hour internship that took an entire semester, they were going to treat this seriously and with respect.
The one-on-one tutoring creates a safe place where kids can make mistakes and not feel bad about those mistakes or not feel that they're failing.
The students in the schools in which we started this work, 75% of them did not pass the standardized tests. With the help of the ASU students, 75% who participated in our program passed those tests.
We were a perfect match with this place.
Bring the kids in and then teach them some life skills if we can, and to teach them about believing in themselves, really.
We're trying to teach the kids the importance of staying in school.
Is gang violence real? Is drug use real? Is drug abuse real? Yes, it is. And this center provides that safe haven with spiritual support, adult support to help kids through that process.
A lot of kids are very disadvantaged that come here. You know, this neighborhood is not the best neighborhood. So it's just a place for them to kind of come and forget about their problems.
Salvation Army Ray and Joan Kroc Core Community Center. And it will be right on this location.
It's going to be a facility that will draw people to the South Phoenix community from outside of the area as well.
We're going to be able to have a facility that is 3 times the size, offer more programs, not only for youth, but all ages, from a toddler all the way to seniors.
We're going to build upon the same foundation we've always had, which is just to offer a safe, exciting, vibrant place where people can get connected, get involved, and just be a place of hope.
If it wasn't for the Salvation Army and a place of refuge for me as a child, I'd either be dead or in prison.
Not all people have love in their life, and I found that love here.
From being in gangs and stuff like that, I'm still here and I get to teach you boys stuff that I got to learn, you know. So, you know, and hopefully at least one of these boys can come back here in 10 years and say, you know, Coach Shivers really helped me out.
Having this 40 years behind us shows, one, the community that we've been consistent in that, and that we can still change lives.